reflect and journal on who you think your higher self is, you'll kind of map out how to get there faster and how to like tap into that quicker. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda, in case you guys are new here. Today I had a pretty rough morning this morning. On the days that Amaya is home from daycare, I'm just like literally pulling teeth. It's been really hard, I'm not gonna lie. She's 2.5. It's been not super easy, although she's easier than Kaden was when he was her age, but Kaden had started going to daycare full-time Monday through Friday since he was 1.5, all the way up till he went to school, to preschool. So Amaya's already like 2.5 almost, and she doesn't go daycare full-time, so it's been a lot. But I've been trying to think of it like such an amazing opportunity. I'm so lucky to watch my daughter full-time at home and work from home and run my business, but it's definitely hard on stay-at-home moms. Like, yeah. So I have I don't know what this is. I ran out of my High Noon in the refrigerator, so I have this Bud Light Seltzer orange soda, but I definitely need a drink. I'm trying to film this video, and if I showed you guys all the footage of what I tried to film this morning, maybe I should use that one just so you guys know how real it gets. But just in case that doesn't work out, I'm gonna try to refilm it now since Maya is sleeping. So I have been pretty much like, I'm not gonna lie, second half of July was not as easy and as fun as the first half. So I did like a July happy vlog part 1, and I wanted to continue that through the second half of July, but to be honest, it's hard to like it's hard for me right now to be happy like 24/7 and week by week and just act like everything is back to normal, because obviously it's not gonna be that easy. It's really hard for me to keep pulling myself out of these funks and these ruts, because like I'll try to go out. So we went to a concert, the Green concert, which the whole island and like everyone was there. It was great. It was so much fun. But it's like I went out, you know, with my friends a couple times, went out drinking and stuff, and not like got blacked out or anything, but just to release some steam and get some serotonin, you know. And I thought that was gonna be a good fix and help me get back to my work better and get back to my life like so much easier. But honestly, like, all the stresses are just always gonna be there unless you like deal with it. And not that it's like stress, it's just like I've been having this heavy feeling of like stress and anxiety that just lingers, and it's just like gets heavier and heavier if you don't. I don't know, I feel like I do really good at trying to like deal with it, but I guess maybe part of it's like trying to push it down. I don't know. So I'm not gonna lie, second half of July was really hard. I really buckled down in work since, like I told you guys, work was really starting to pick up, and I was so shocked, so surprised. I actually, like, my income just from being scary low to like being higher than my regular months of like, oh, that's not a bad month. Now it's like hit the high numbers, and it's not like the best month that I ever had, but to be one of the high months of this year, the highest income months of this year, is crazy, because like I really got scared for a second. So that was amazing. So I kept trying to like keep myself tight, you know, and like not being you know, just catch my moods and catch my thoughts, like how I told you in my previous videos, like to just really just don't like get so wrapped up in the negativity. And I've been trying to, but yeah, again, it's like really hard. It's not that easy to, yeah, not feel so overwhelmed when just so much things are on your shoulders, so much, yeah, the world just like keeps going and doesn't wait for anybody, and time just keeps going and doesn't wait for anybody, and all we can do is pray and just hope for the best. But even that, it's like I'm such a planner, and I just like to know, you know, like what the future holds. It's like hard for someone like me to just have faith and just surrender sometimes. But you know, reflecting on that and being self-aware is like step number one, as I always say. I think I have to commend myself for just doing the work and just realizing and reflecting that on myself. I know people like live through life and they don't even realize things about themselves or what they're going through, or they don't like think what they're doing is bad. You know, so we're all on our own journey. I can't even get past this, so it's not like I'm any better. So last night I was just like, you know, I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of being heavy, you know, and sad. It's like I thought going out a couple times was gonna help, but like it helped for a second, but coming back home, everything builds again, you know. So I started coaching with a life coach, and she's helping me like find what lights me up and like why my life is not looking like, I'm not viewing life the same as I used to. And so it's like what I had gone through recently was pretty traumatic, and I think like I didn't tell you guys, you guys are in the dark, you're not hallucinating, like I didn't tell you guys what happened, but it was pretty traumatic, and I thought that by now like I don't think about it a lot, so I thought like that's not the issue at hand anymore. I feel like there's so much other stressors in my life that's like making me uneasy and not very like, there's a lot of other friction points right now that I would say I wouldn't blame it on that trauma, if that makes sense. So, but stepping back, it's like I think after going through that experience, going through that, it brought me to like a very low place, and like I just came out of it seeing the world really different. And so coming out of that as a different person and like seeing like my old life not fit my new perspective is really shocking. And so that's what I'm going through right now. I think to be able to recognize like we change, we go through experiences to find out more things about ourselves and to get closer to our fullest, you know, purpose and our truest alignment for what really is like what we're meant to do and meant to be. And so we go through experiences getting closer to that, and getting closer and closer to our highest self. So these growing pains are definitely like are never easy. This is when like in the past, like I quit my job and I'm realizing things about this life that I'm growing past, and I'm kind of feeling like that in my life now. I feel like, who do I have in my corner? Like it's just such a wake-up call. I'm just like I'm realizing like how much I want to be intentional with like the people in my life, and like I don't know, it's just so much. And just like how I'm spending my time every day, like is photography what I meant to do for the rest of my life? No, like I don't know, it's just a lot to unpack and a lot to, you know, unfold, but this is what I'm dealing with. I told you guys Oh my god, these birds are crazy. I told you guys from the beginning, I grow really fast. Like, I grow crazy fast. I scare myself all the time. Like, I just quit my job to do photography a year and a half ago. I went full time, and but I've been doing this like day in, day out. Like, we work like 24 hours a day when you run your business. Like, the amount of hours I put into it is like a lot. So for doing it full time for this long, I feel like it's like the work and the growth of like 4 years into 1.5 years. I don't know. It's crazy, but I just want to reconnect, find my purpose again, and just like remember, kind of like dig in deep into what's going on inside. So I got my life coach. I kind of am meeting someone else to kind of look into like a little bit more woo-woo stuff about getting to know me, like chakras, like I don't know, kind of crazy stuff I never thought about. Like I just am so desperate need to, when you're an entrepreneur, like, you know, like everything is figure outable. Like that's how I handle like my struggles. It's like let's fix this, like let's get this going, and I just do what I can to help myself, and what seems like booking appointments, like figuring stuff out. But it's like I have to try do the work myself too, and it's not all about like a quick fix. So yeah, so pretty much I wanted to kind of talk about in this video. I kind of wanted to start this video because like last night I was, you know, I have always been telling myself like I'm so tired of being tired. I'm so tired of being like, I'm so tired of just like living a life I'm not happy with, and just like being so low vibe about everything. And I felt like if I were to put a finger on that feeling, it's like I want to shed off like all this excess like baggage that I have on me. I just want to like get rid of it, and I want to shed it off, and then so I can feel light again, like feel light. And I feel like if I were to put a finger on it, it kind of looks and feels like losing the weight too, like losing everything about my body that I just want to like cut off. Does that make sense? Like I feel like my body doesn't feel good. I feel like my diet hasn't been great, and not only that, like that also like that is with all mental stuff, you know. So exercise, and it's just like what friction points am I having that like why is this a problem? So not only diet, but everything about myself that is not like the highest self I could be, and what is all of it. So last night I made a list on my iPad of a few categories, which I really feel good about laying this out last night, because again I just asked myself, what are the friction points, like what is the issue here? And so I want to be my highest self, right? That's the end goal. My highest self, like what does she look like? What does she eat? How does she dress? What does she do at night? What does she do in the morning? I wanted to paint the picture of who I feel like my highest self is. And so pretty much what I came up with is diet is the first thing. Like I told you guys, it's like I feel like shit inside. I feel like shit in my gut. That's like just the root of everything, I feel like. So I already know my body is changing. I need to be more dairy conscious. I need to have more of a low sodium diet, because I bloat a lot. I like bloat a lot. Like my stomach will look pregnant, and I think it's after my second child. Like our ab separation is just like so bad. I don't know, I feel like moms know, like our stomach, for some of us, like our stomach just doesn't go back to how it was before kids. And so I just know it's diet. It's so I want to get better at that. I'll try not to do rice, because with no meat lessens the chance of eating rice in Hawaii. So I think just saying in my head like no rice, that will help. But I'm not gonna like limit myself. Like I'm probably gonna, when it comes to like sushi, I'll probably eat sushi, but I'll probably choose a sushi roll over like a spicy ahi bowl nowadays, because it's mostly like all rice and a little bit fish, right? So that's my diet. That's what I have in mind. I'm sure it'll grow. Frictions with this, I'm like thinking, okay, why can't I do this? Why is it so hard for me to do now? And it's like I can't think of sample meals to do, so I can lessen the friction of me deciding on what to eat. I put some sample meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so I can have an easy going process and trying to like eat better. And so next, obviously working out. I want to work out ideally in the AM before the kids are sleeping. And the friction for me is like my kids wake up and they're like, if I'm not there, they're gonna worry, or if I won't be able to hear them because we don't have a baby monitor. So all these friction points I'm trying to like get rid of. So I'm like, what's the solution? So I've decided like I'll just work out in the playroom right outside our bedroom door. So like if anyone needs me or finds like can find me, they'll feel comfortable that I'm like a few feet away in the playroom. It's not ideal, but you know. So I kept having the thought that like ideally to work out, it's like I wanna go on the bike outside, or I wanna lift weights. And so it's like, oh, I can't just do that. That means I can't work out at all, right? So in my head, that's what I'm thinking, but it's not true. We can make it simpler for ourselves. So I decided like go in the playroom, bring your band, your yoga mat, or if not your yoga mat, the play mat's right there. So do a band workout, do an ab workout, do, if you don't have a band, and you know, to do lightweight workout with some light dumbbells, like you could do squats even without weights. So like I could just go high reps, and that your body will still be sore doing like that, and then do like, you know, worst comes to worst, I don't know what to do, just do push-ups, do sit-ups, and do your ab workout, and do like jumping jacks, even like anything. It's like you don't need an excuse. So that's like my worst comes to worst scenario of like we gotta get it done anyway. Like, so if you can't get down to the gym, if you can't get out on the bike, you're gonna do the minimum, which is doing just that, you know. And of course drinking water. I don't drink water like a lot, so I have here, if I could fill my hydro at least 3 times in one day. I don't know if that's a lot. I don't know if that's probably not enough for some people, but if I could do that 3 times a day, I feel like that would be amazing. I feel like it would show in my skin a lot better if I were hydrated, and my lips, and like everything would is just so much better when you're hydrated. So on top of that, like drinking my colon water, I drink colon brum, which you mix 1 scoop into your water, and you drink that twice a day. So I have here, I listed when exactly I want to take it, because some friction on that habit was like, just take it before a meal, this or that, this or that, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, when do I do it? So I just would be like paralyzed by the decision making. So I have it here first thing in the morning, and second is before dinner, period, every day. So I just made it easy for myself, right? Skincare, my highest self hydrates her skin daily. I listed here all the things I need to do every single night. Just a friendly reminder to myself. That's what she does. And my highest self dresses and looks like elevated casual. So we live in Hawaii, so it's like we put little effort in our outfits, I feel, but we have like little things that make it elevated, right? So I feel like that's me. I feel like I see myself and I feel the best when I'm like clean look of like having an elevated casual look. Like I could just wear house clothes if I wanted to, but having my hair like neat, or like actually done, or have light makeup on, or I think what I have here too is like I see my higher self having shoes to elevate a look, because I've noticed like I'm over the slipper game. Like I'm like almost 30 years old. Like I wanna wear nice shoes with my outfits just to bring myself it to the next level. Just like biker shorts with slippers doesn't hit the same as like biker shorts with like white shoes, you know, or like high top shoes. I don't know. My high self wears jewelry with her casual outfit. She wears a lot of denim over a super casual outfit, sunglasses. Like that's my vibe. So if I ever was unsure of like what type of look to walk out the door with, like this is all laid out. I kind of put a finger on what my vibe is, and that's easy enough, and it's not that hard to look good and feel good here. Because before it's like I want to look good, feel good, but I don't know what that is. So I go through my dresser and choose a random ass outfit. No, like that's, and it's like, no, I hate this, you know, and then you like throw it out. It causes so much problems. So I just made it really simple for myself that way, doing it this way. And then lastly is my night routine. So like the night before, I want to plan out my whole day for the morning after, from beginning to end, set my intentions and my goals for the day so I can set myself up for success. And I feel like I'm really excited for that part. I do that already, but just not like every single day. And so I notice on the days that I don't do this, where I don't set a list of my intentions for the next day, I notice that like my day kind of is like unproductive, or kind of flows. I go with the flow too much, where it's like we end up not doing anything. So I'm really excited for that. So that's it. Oh, I think just one more thing. My sleep schedule. I drink a lot of caffeine, so we got, you know, a girl got lots to do, a lot of work to do. So I think like my late nights just really mess with my day and my morning after when I don't get a lot of sleep. So I feel like ideally, in ideal world, I want to sleep at least 8 hours every single night. And so I'm like, what friction is that? So okay, you want 8 hours of sleep, so I'm like laying it out for myself so I can visualize it. That means sleeping by 10 a.m. I'm sorry, that means sleeping by 10 p.m. and waking up by 6 a.m., which makes sense, so I can be working out and doing things before the kids wake up. That sounds like my ideal sleep schedule. What else friction points can you think of or make up an excuse for? That could be like, okay, I want to sleep by 10, so like what time do I have to wind down at? So I'm like, okay, wind down by 9:30. Okay, what other friction points is there? Like, okay, I have to wind down by 9:30, but why can't I like go to sleep? It's because like you need to take away your electronics. So I put here also no electronics by 8:30. So I kind of laid out the steps to help me do these goals, so I can stop having excuses. Like I want to start doing for myself, and I want to start gaining more my self-confidence. And I heard and I read that like self-confidence is made by keeping promises to yourself. And I think that's why I have low self-confidence right now. I just don't value myself a lot right now, and I don't care to like keep my promises I make to myself when it comes to like my health or like my personal life. So I want to get back to like having a good relationship with me and my body, and looking out for her a little bit better than I have in these past few months. And I think everything will just manifest out into my physical world and environment, like just from working on the inner. And I'm excited. I think everyone should do this. I think everyone should write out all their friction points on like, if everything is so overwhelmed in your head, you're making up all these excuses, like write down on paper, like what are you worried about? What do you want to do? What are you worried about? And then you'll realize that like our worries are like not that big, or like they're not that difficult. So it's kind of all in our head. We make up all of these excuses, and when we put pen to paper and we write it out, it's like you'll realize like everything is doable, or we can make it doable. It doesn't have to be as hard as we make it seem. And so the second part is trying to do this. So we shall see how well this goes. But this is a good step in the right direction. And I hope that if anybody is coming out of the same funk, you know, as me, that you guys can take this advice and kind of follow along and do this in your own life. I think this would be good for anybody and everybody. If you guys end up doing this type of challenge, so like, how can we be our higher self? What does our higher self look like? Who is my higher self? So like, if you guys can just like reflect and journal on who you think your higher self is, you'll kind of map out how to get there faster and how to like tap into that quicker. So I think everyone should do this. Let me know below if you guys end up doing it, if you know, if you think this is a good idea. I can't wait to hopefully help somebody out there and we can do it together. I'm like, the thing about like my channel, I'm super stoked, is like, I watch a lot of YouTube, right? And I feel like everybody is like educational. I feel like they try to make it seem like they know it all, and I'm not here doing that. I'm like, girl, I'm doing this with you. Like, I'm failing and I'm doing and I'm failing. I'm promising and failing, and we're doing it together, but in the end, like, we're trying our best. So I think I like what this is coming about, and yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely like this video, comment anything below, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later. I'll post videos every single week if I can. I've been really busy with editing, but I really want to make this a priority too. But so ideally, new video every single week. Okay, thank you guys so much. I love you.
Take me on a treasure hunt. I long for something new. Have you heard the fairies when